It is good to learn from the Nigerians or from Nigerians. We can learn from them and adapt what they do. Nigerians have made a deliberate attempt to promote only their music.
I was in Louis Vuitton and other shops, and King Promise's song was playing there.
Okay, this is TJ Studios. I am TJ, your usual commander-in-chief of the podcast. I'm here once again with another buzzing content. As usual, if you see me here, it means say something, they pop up. What they pop up? Ghanaian music sensation or gospel artist or gospel minister, now known as Dr. Sonnie Badu. All right, Dr. Sonnie Badu has wedged into the Ghana, Nigeria, whatever. Let me put it in that way, because I don't want to go, further than the podcast because it's just started. All right. Okay. So let me quote him because I just want us to go and watch a video and come back before I give you, a thorough breakdown of the topic. This is what he said. It is good to learn from the Nigerians or from Nigerians. We can learn from them and adapt what they do. Nigerians have made a deliberate attempt to promote only their music. Dr. Sonnie Badu. This comes to add up to what I have been saying on my podcast all the time, or almost all this while I've been creating contents for my lovely viewers. But I wouldn't want to, blab and then bluff a lot. I want us to go and watch a video of what Sonnie Badu said, or Dr. Sonnie Badu said in that retrospect. And when we come back, I'll give you my whole idea of this issue. My name is TJY.
I was in Louis Vuitton and other shops, and King Promise's song was playing there. There were weird places I walked in that I'm like, oh, that's Terminator being played there. Black Sharif is swimming up there. I've heard him. He's good. Listen, he got it.
That's right.
So if we're able to project, I was telling one of the hosts that if the entertainment industry can pump money into our boys, like, make them feel good. This thing, it comes with money. Make them feel worthy of what they're doing, trust me.
It will work.
Put them on any stage and the whole place will be packed. Not because they cannot fill it, but because we are supporting our own. They can also fill arenas and stadiums without stress because they got good music. They got good genre of music that they can play back to back.
Okay, welcome back. Like I said, the opinion of Sonnie Badu during his recent tour at his upcoming event, which is slated for, I think, Saturday, right? I stand to be corrected anyway. All right, so that is the opinion of Sonnie Badu. And if you've just been following my podcast, I have been saying this on like a million times, countless occasions, right? I have been hitting the nail right on the head with this assertion. And that is why mostly you see me doing content in relation to that. It is not for want of anything. It is for want of the positivity of my people or Ghanaians as a whole, right? Okay, so let's break it down, all right? I have been yearning for this. I have been, advocating for our industry players and then our artists to be deliberate about also dropping their egoistic lifestyle, dropping their ego, and then learning from Nigerians, right? I've been carving a niche of preaching this on my channel almost every day. What would it take for you to kowtow and bow down to the fact that somebody is ahead of you and you want to embrace that positivity, that aura? You want to embrace what has motivated them in doing what they are doing. What would come by this? The only medium by which this can be done is to approach them in all humility and then learn from them. Now, you've been seeing recently, months back, within these few months, Ghanaians dragging Nigerians into every other thing we say. We taught Nigerians how to make movies. We taught them how to do music, blah, blah, blah. I see them as the biggest bluff we've ever done in this music space, right? We taught people how to major on their, music industry, and then they are majoring on the majors, whereas we are minoring on the minors. All right. Someone commented in our podcast or in my podcast that how can students teach their teachers? You get it. We've become so loud to the extent that Nigerians are feeling, for want of words, what's the right word? They are dragging their feet to teaching us the way they've been doing. They've been carving the niche of their music industry. And I said this on the other time on the podcast, all right, that you see there is a deliberate attempt they did. And verbatim, Sonnie Badu said the same thing. They've been deliberate about promoting their own music. And if you watch the video, Sonnie Badu said something. Let me break it down. He said he went to Louis Vuitton shop overseas, and then Ken Promise's song was playing like loud in there, right? What have we done to merit us going global? And then we talk about failing awareness locally, like what Shatta Wale did. That is nothing to write home about. People are intentional about projecting and then being deliberate about, going global. And you are here throwing gunshots at them. What are we doing? You see, I am a Ghanaian, but I've been saying I'm never going to be a coward. Truth might be told. The last time I made an example to this effect. I said something and I was like, okay, if I see a Nigerian blogger, if I see a Nigerian director, producer, producing beautiful content, which speaks to me, which relatively falls within my spirit, within the tangent of me, liking it and then falling in love with it, what denies me from going to him in humility, in all humility, dropping aside all my ego to ask how he's been able to carve that particular niche of creativity and awesomeness in his content. There is nothing that will stop me for, seeking for redress for him to probably teach me what will basically help me, with what I know already will add up to whatever. You see, I think ego or the egoistic lifestyle and then that attitude of pulling ourselves down is imbibed in us, is within us. You get it? So it has affected every sphere of our industry and every sphere of our Ghanaian life. You get it? We seem to pretend a lot and then feel it's all rosy within our industry. And truth be told, our artists are basically local champions. The farthest they go internationally is about 5 to 10% of the international market. People have become intentional about projecting their industry on a much more wider perspective to 100% degree level, and it's working for them. We are here still touting them with the fact that we taught them how to do music. You get it? So we seem to be, I don't know, for want of words, because when you begin to hit the nail on a particular position for a long time, it becomes boring to an extent. You get it? We can. Nigerians in the past, there was this unity, this kind of unison within us. TikTok and Tony Tatwila, Two-Face and then Vivi IP. There was no bad blood between us. But we've started pulling panic blocks. We started throwing tantrums to Nigerians. We started showing, or we've started being, for want of words, I'm struggling to find words, showing off our egoistic lifestyle, trying to be masters of the game, trying to sound like we are bosses of the game. We taught them this, we taught them that, and today they are global icons. If you have all the knowledge and you are teachers and they are students, why are we still within the same tangent we were years back? People will differ and will say that we've come a niche or we've come a step forward. Yes, we've done that. But we are still not at where, we can tag ourselves and then pan ourselves with the fact that we've done well enough. Our artists are doing their thing. And the funny thing is that if you try to inquire and then inquire from Ghanaians as to why the industry or our industry is not moving forward, they have two, phrases they use, two sentences they make. And it's said that there are no record labels. It's said that the government is not coming to our aid. Yes, we need the assistance of government. But have we asked ourselves one particular question? Why record labels are not, in that, within that, would have that edge to step into Ghana and start creating, offices where they will unearth our talent and then push money into their craft? Have we asked ourselves that question? It means that the ground is not fertile to grow seeds to germinate into. You get it? So this is what I want to put before us. I have said this on my podcast all the time. Sonnie Badu, Dr. Sonnie Badu, has been in the music industry for all this while with all the knowledge he's garnered, and is now a man of God doing, mainstream pastoring activities and then pastoral activities, and then also as a musician, serves as a musician, has added his voice to it. You get it? Now, people have a lot to add up to our industry. Another problem is that when you step in to come and add up your quota of contribution to our industry, you find industry, or they call them gatekeepers, trying to protect their own because they've carved the niche of the industry to suit their artist. That is what I call that sense of selfishness and non-patriotism, where we feel that in as much as this can help us, so far as it's not within our clan or clique or the so-called clique, we are not going to pursue this agenda. So the ground is not fertile enough for record labels to come in, because they will just come and throw money into the dustbin and then they will pick it to the garbage bin and dispose of it. You get it? So what I'm trying to say is that our industry needs a deliberate attempt. When I say deliberate attempt, we all have our ego. We all have our, selfish interest at hand. But we can sit there and decide to put all of that aside and look at the country, or should I say the industry, holistically and be like, okay, we've done this for this whole years. We've done this for this, number of years, and we are still getting the same results. So let's put it aside. Now let's be deliberate and put aside our differences and indifferences, whatever, and then carve a niche which will be deliberate at going global and international. But that is not the case. You find industry players suiting the industry or carving a niche in the industry that will suit them and their artists. So we have artist managers, and their artists. If they are able to buy a car, build a house, and then make money locally, generate some few coins internationally, they feel they are good to go. You get it? So our industry as a whole is sick. It's suffering from the disease of, for want of words, I want to be careful because I don't want to be so subversive to the point that I'll be so negative with the words I want to use. I want us to stand on a positive tangent. Let's make this work. Yes, it can be possible. It can be done. All right. But it will come devoid of us dropping, our ego and then this gatekeeping lifestyle. Look at Nigerians. Look at how they defend their own. Look at Nigerians. Look at how they've carved a niche for themselves. Why wouldn't I love them? I love them because when you watch their music videos, you see what you love. When you follow their industry, you hear what you love. And you come to fall in love with them. They are dominant everywhere. Look at what we are doing. Instead of us focusing on our songs, we are here being deliberate about stopping Nigerian music from being played on our airwaves. And like I said the last time, if our gatekeepers like Bulldogs and whatever decide to stop Nigeria from, penetrating our industry, can you stop me from downloading or streaming a Nigerian song on my phone? That is a big no. You get it? Our songs are okay for now. Our songs are cool. They are good, but they can become good, better, best. Why can't we project this deliberate agenda of going international and seeing to it that, we carve this niche for ourselves? You get it? Sonnie Badu said something in the video. He said, the entertainment industry should be deliberate about promoting certain acts, all right, pumping money into their craft. All right, pumping money into their craft. This whole attitude of individualistic preferences of me liking and being in my zone within my space and protecting it and not allowing people to enter. Charlie, in the ball, like, you look, sometimes you go into it, you see, you start pumping money to realize your dreams in this industry, and then you fall, short at a time because you need to come and sit back. Because there are people who see you as their competitor. There are people who will block you from, getting access to certain places because they have someone who is doing a photocopy of what you are doing. They see you as a threat. Really? Are we crabologizing ourselves? Are we crippling ourselves? Really? Can this work? Can we do this? Can we make our industry work? So I'll come to my podcast every day and praise Nigerians, because if you follow their industry, I've been saying this, you will love what they do. If you follow their industry, you love what you hear. Look at their sound. Look at the Afrobeat. It they jump. If you put Ghanaian songs here, you put Afrobeat here, I will go for Afrobeat. I'm not going to lie. It's the order of the day. We don't even have, we've lost our sense of originality. We don't even have any genre we are carved for. So Akodia is doing hip-hop rap. Stoneboy is doing dancehall reggae. Shatawale is doing dancehall reggae. Sometimes he will yant and then rant, bant, and then still come and then pick Afrobeat, dwell on it, we seem to be doing things haphazardly. We are combining a whole jargons of things that are not in existence. Where is our originality? Jedubile Ambule said this the last time, and people did not hear to him. You get it? It's becoming boring. You get it? We love Nigerian music. Why shouldn't we love it? It's nice. Who would go to the market and decide not to buy an original, stuff or an original whatever, be it a car? Will you go to the market and buy a counterfeit car? Will you go to the market and buy a counterfeit cloth? You would choose the originality, and you wouldn't care whether it comes from Costa Rica, Barbados. You are looking for originality, and that is what Nigerians have, the sense of originality. And I've been saying this on my channel. All right, some Nigerians sometimes come at me because they don't know where I'm coming from. You get it? Our people fall for negative content. So for those of us who don't want to project negativity on our podcast, we'll always look at the African music industry in perspective and discuss what we feel will project the industry positively. We don't want to be biased. You get it? It's like talking about the English Premier League, which is the toast of the day. All right? And you deciding not to discuss Chelsea, Manchester, Liverpool, Arsenal, and then surpassing all these teams and then discussing Newcastle, Aston Villa. These big 4 teams, big 5 teams, Man City and the whole lot should come first before you jump into the others. You get it? So we talk about Nigerians because let's face the fact. I'm Ghanaian. I'm going to face the fact. Nigerians hold or are holders of the African music industry. They are projecting it. So numerically, they will have a 60% content of rated. All right, over all of them. Okay, the only thing I can talk about currently is what they're doing. This is Tema. That is it. It will take time for me to get news about them. But you see Nigerians doing a lot, which you can't close your eyes on. You need to talk, dissect it positively, and project it out there. So why am I saying this? It is time for us to be deliberate. It is time for us to sit down and feel like, Charlie, we've been selfish. Charlie, we've been too egoistic. Charlie, we've been too, for want of words, we've been too, cartelist. So let's drop all these and then carve a niche of coming together and projecting one agenda. If not even for us, if we are not going to benefit it, we know that upcoming artists or our children who are coming up, let me put it that way, will benefit from it. And we would be legends that time. They will fall on us for ideas and stuff. And we'll proud ourselves with the fact that we started this and our children are benefiting from it. So that is what we need to do. Ghanaians need to wake up. Ghanaians need to wake up. We've been asleep for a longer time. We've been asleep for a longer period. It is time to wake up. Either than that, stop touting Nigerians, stop bashing Nigerians, stop jabbing Nigerians, Stop dragging Nigerians into our music industry, which is of no use. Sometimes you hear people say, forget Nigeria, go to TikTok, forget this, forget that. You know, they make sense. What are you doing on your own? What are you doing yourself? Leave them alone. I've been saying this. They are the age of Africa. No matter how negative you sound to Nigerians, they are far gone. They ain't stopping anytime. They are gone. They are bosses of their own. They don't need you anymore. All right? They don't need you anymore. Gone were the days when we're touting ourselves. Oh, TikTok featured Tony Tatwela, you know, and then VVIP, Kaum was a hit in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. It's past and gone. Why do we cloud ourselves and pat ourselves with past glories? It has happened everywhere. In our football, the last time Black Stars won a major trophy is in 82. We still proud ourselves as football nations. We won this. We are 4 times this. What is the current? What have we done currently? Just old and past glories. Why are we like this? The least said about Ghana, the better. I don't want to linger on this podcast, okay? It's an editorial. I seem to be emotional today, as you can see, because my people are, well, let's do this more, all right? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I forgot to say so in the beginning of the podcast, all right? During the commencement of the podcast, you can subscribe, share your thoughts with me. And like I said, in as much as even if I get insults from all over the world, Nigerians are the ish. These are the people. Humble yourselves. I am humble to learn from any Nigerian. Generally, let's humble ourselves and learn from Nigerians. It won't hurt us in any way. They are doing good stuff, creating good content. Bangers upon bangers in the music industry coming from Nigerians. And it's not only accepted locally or within the African region. It's a worldwide thing now. I salute you, Nigerians. Thank you, Sonnie Badu, for adding up to this very, you know, brouhaha, which has been lingering on for a while. We need minds such as yourself who is expertise and experienced within the music industry globally to add up your voices to make meaning out of it. Yes, my name has always been TJY. This has been the editorial on today's session. It is time to sign out. Don't forget to smash the notification button to get notified whenever I post any video. See you same time. I salute.